now on WRDE Coast TV.
Police arrest a man for DUI and drug charges. More on the pursuit that led to his arrest in Greenwood.
Dauphin County and Cape Henlopen State Park find out how many dolphins they saw today and how people felt about it.
Honoring a local athlete gone too soon, a ceremony held to honor local basketball star Corey Mumford. What those who knew and loved him have to say on his passing.
Well, we saw a hot and humid start to the weekend, but now all eyes turn to some stormy weather on the way for Sunday. I have your beach forecast coming up in just a few moments.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV. Your local news at 11 starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Britt Leone. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. Let's talk tonight, starting with weather. We're taking a live look into Ocean City with our Gateway Subaru cam. It's the calm before the storm. Our First Alert meteorologist Alex Seymour joins us now with a look at our weather. Good evening, Alex. When can we expect these storms to start?
Well, we're expecting the storms to start to arrive a little bit after 3 to 4 a.m. and then they're really just going to be scattered to widespread throughout the daytime hours tomorrow. It's going to produce some pretty torrential rainfall, so you want to get outside and enjoy the weather this evening. Hopefully got out earlier this evening, and maybe if you're still out, enjoy the last couple of hours before the rain arrives. Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel. Pretty quiet out there, looking towards the pier, towards the amusement park on the pier in OC. Temps right around 73 degrees. Satellite radar picture does show the clouds thickening up. Not yet seeing that rain, but that will soon arrive. Temps upper 70s to low 80s across the region, and dew points mid to upper 70s. Even an 80-degree dew point in Millsboro. This is just a measure of how much moisture is in the atmosphere. It's a lot. It's very tropical out there, so we're going to have to squeeze all that moisture out of the air tomorrow. It's going to result in cloud cover and showers, so our UV index forecast brought to you by Face of Grace. Practice sun safety. Only a 6 tomorrow. Still pretty high, but we're probably not going to see that much sunshine. You're not really going to want to spend much time outside. Take a look at that. Thunderstorms throughout the daytime hours on Aztec Island, throughout the daytime in Ocean City and Fenwick Island, and pretty similar scene in Lewis and Rehoboth Beach. We could be dealing with flash flooding with all these thunderstorms. I'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Alex. Some might say you can't value what you have until you know what you've got. And in Lewis today, some volunteers did just that, counting dolphins. And not just for fun. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us that some people are doing what they can to protect our neighbors in the sea.
It's the third weekend in July, and every year for the last 25, volunteers gather on beaches along the Delaware coast too.
We saw dolphins, so we had 11 dolphins this morning. That's exciting.
This activity is just unbelievable. Yeah, it's just so much fun. You have to be a lover of them to really get that sense of why it's so exciting.
Dolphin counting, a process facilitated by the Mayer Institute to keep track of the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin species in the Delaware waters.
This helps us to see if the population is remaining stable or if it's not, and all of that information is then fed into a bigger body of knowledge on the bottlenose dolphins.
Groups of volunteers stand on the beach and are on lookout for dolphins, and it's not just pointing them out.
This is the Dolphin Counting Board. On this board, they keep track of all the dolphins they see today, any birds in the area, any activity going on the beach. But this event is about so much more than just dolphin counting.
This is Gary Nensteel's 4th year volunteering, and being from this area, he says he came out today to do what's right.
We're monitoring the condition of our marine animals. They're under a lot of stress from human interaction, from boats and other predators, and as much as we can, we need to try to help and protect them.
The day brought out a new volunteer, Carol White, who says this experience should remind everyone of the bigger picture.
One, it's aesthetic, just beautiful. Number 2, it's ethical. It's an important thing to do. And number 3, it's self-fulfilling, just in terms of knowing that you're connected to other forms of life and other humans in doing this.
And Mayer says it all starts with protecting the ocean, not just our coast, but for some, home. In Lewis, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
The Mayer Institute says they won't have the full results of how many dolphins were sighted today for a few weeks, but if you missed your opportunity and you want to dolphin count next year, they start taking names in mid-June. In Greenwood, police say a man was arrested last night for DUI charges after a pursuit. Police say 27-year-old Brian Holben crossed in front of a trooper on Adams Road in Greenwood. The trooper had to swerve out of his way to avoid a crash. Police say the trooper tried to initiate a traffic stop, but Holben ignored the trooper and turned onto Sussex Highway, passing a stop sign on the way. After a pursuit on the highway, Holben finally drove into someone's driveway on Memory Road and crashed into wire fencing. Holben tried to run away, but the trooper caught him and smelled alcohol on his breath and noticed he was impaired. He also found drug paraphernalia. The city of Milton is testing their water hydrants next week. Testing will take place on Monday, July 17th, for about 2 weeks. The Milton Chamber of Commerce says if you see discoloration in your water, run your water for a few minutes to clear the service line. A ceremony was held at the Ocean City Recreation Complex this morning in honor of the young Laurel athlete Corey Mumford, who passed away at just 18 years old after being murdered in April of this year. In between games during the beach-bound basketball tournament, a ceremony was held in his honor with the Laurel community and the boys' basketball team. Mumford's teammates gathered at midcourt and signed 2 honorary basketballs, with one going to Mumford's family and the other to Laurel High School. The tournament also took donations from observers in hopes of starting a scholarship fund at the school in his name. Away from the action, Laurel players Kyron Roberts and Joelle Parker, along with assistant coach David King, talked about this bittersweet day.
It's just like coming from a town like this and then supporting a friend that shouldn't have, like, yeah.
It just shows how many people he touched for real when he was alive, man. Like everybody knew Corey. Everybody knew how, like, even if you never played basketball with him, you knew he just put a smile on your face. And then to see all these people just come out and see us play, just show how many people he touched and how many people he really related to.
It's a very special moment to me and the players. Corey knew everyone from elementary school all the way up to high school. Everyone looked up and admired Corey. His big personality, his great smile. It's very touching for us to be able to come honor him today.
What do you want to remember about him?
His smile. His smile.
Laurel and tournament organizers are hoping that the scholarship will be $2,000. The Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore's Women's Fund recently awarded $65,000 to nonprofits to support programs addressing women and girls in Somerset, Wicomico, and Worcester counties. 2023 grant recipients include the Art League of Ocean City, Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Eastern Shore, and the Catholic Charities Seton Center. The manhunt for escaped murder suspect Michael Burham is over. He broke out of the Warren County Prison more than a week ago. Police say a dog barking in an area not far from the prison alerted one of its owners this afternoon, and a man encountered Burham and left with his wife. They called police immediately, and within 2 hours, Burham was back in custody. Authorities captured him near the woods. Police are now processing Burham and say he will not be returned to the Warren County Prison. It's not clear yet where he will be held. And new details are being revealed in the case of the Gilgo Beach, Long Island murders. In all, the bodies of 9 women, a man, and a toddler were found. But for more than a decade, the cases went unsolved. Here's more on new evidence discovered.
Tonight, investigators pulling more evidence from the Long Island home belonging to the prime suspect in the Gilgo Beach murders.
The team is going through the house with a fine-tooth comb. Among other things, there's some storage units that we've searched.
Neighbors say 59-year-old Rex Heuerman lived here for decades with his wife and 2 adult children.
Did you ever see Rex?
Never. I always thought it was one person in there. I thought it was strange that that house is just sitting there with somebody in there like that.
I'm pretty much the only guy that have spoke to the guy and said hello to him.
Friday, Heuerman pleaded not guilty to brutally murdering 3 women, all sex workers in their 20s. Officials say he's also suspected in the disappearance of a 4th victim. All of their remains were discovered in 2010 along Long Island's Gilgo Beach.
In terms of speaking to my client, the only thing I can tell you that he did say as he was in tears was,
I didn't do this.
In total, investigators found 11 bodies in the area, including Shannon Gilbert, who made this 911 call the night of her disappearance.
Where are you, ma'am? I don't know.
This week, Heuermann, who is not charged in Gilbert's case, was seen walking calmly in Manhattan, apparently unaware that detectives were just moments away from placing him under arrest. Suffolk County District Attorney Raymond Tierney says,
"This is only the beginning. There are these other victims as well, and it's our hope that we're able to get some progress on those cases."
Rex!
Hello!
Hi, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Likewise. I hope you don't mind. I brought my assistant with me, Norman.
Hello, Norman. I see it's raining out.
Yes, it's raining, yeah.
We're also learning more about Heuermann, a New York-based architect, from this YouTube interview he did last year.
Rex Heuermann, I'm an architect. I'm an architectural consultant. I'm a troubleshooter. Born and raised on Long Island.
What has this job taught you about yourself?
I think it's taught me more about how to understand people. Because dealing with the technical aspects is something a person can learn. But it's the people, how they're all so different, and how you deal with the people.
Tonight, the neighbor no one really knew in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons.
He certainly did bifurcate his life, and there was a side that was public facing, and then there was a side that wasn't.
Prosecutors say Heuermann took selfies that he sent to help arrange sexual encounters. A lot more to cover tonight on Coast TV News at 11. Proposed citizenship test changes to the naturalization test. Details from the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Slow summer. Why Rehoboth Beach business owners say the start of this summer season has been a little rough. And getting rid of rubbish. How the town of Dewey is keeping clean with extra trash pickup and more. Don't go anywhere. We're back in just 60 seconds.
All right, ready for this?
Everyone is invited.
Fill your week with Wheel. It's Sweethearts Week, Veterans Week.
It's Teachers Week.
Fabulous Food Week.
Days packed with fun.
Yeah. Hawaii Week, Teen Week.
Margaritaville.
Restock the margarita bar. Maggie, it's Collage Week.
It's College Week.
It's going to be a big week for everybody.
Weeknights at 7 on WRDE.
Are you tired of boring parties? Level up with the ultimate mobile gaming unit from Precision Paintball. Bringing the highest caliber gaming party right to you. Feel the power of infinite entertainment with the latest titles and game consoles. Across 7 HDR 4K displays in our luxury climate-controlled gaming trailer that seats up to 28 players stadium style. From adventure to racing and sports to endless action arena shooter titles you love. And we can take it even further. Find out more on our website. Precision Paintball Mobile Gaming Unit. A party on wheels like no other.
A lot happened across Delmarva this week. Coast TV's Madeline Overturf gets you up to speed with top stories in our Week in Review.
The city of Lewis deferred plans to possibly ban bonfires for the rest of the summer. The proposal came after concerns that big bonfires would negatively impact air quality amid lingering smoke. This property next to the BJ's in Millsboro is being razed for development. However, it's in the woods where a colony of over 30 cats have been cared for by community members for the last 4 years. The Sanctuary Town Cats Inc. is working to get the felines trapped and in new homes before the construction scares them away or kills them. It's been a slower than normal start to the season in Rehoboth Beach for local business owners. One restaurant owner says business is down this year by about 20%. Hotel bookings are down too. Record-breaking heat hit Delmarva on Thursday. Parts of the peninsula had heat indexes of up to 105 degrees. Country star and Milton native Jimmy Allen has countersued the 2 women who have accused him of sexual assault. In court documents obtained by Coast TV News, Allen reiterates that his relationships were consensual. Allen is countersuing on emotional distress, defamation, and more. For your Week in Review, I'm Madeline Overturf.
The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services recently announced proposed changes to the naturalization test. Changes include adding a speaking section to assess English skills. That's where an officer would show photos of ordinary scenarios and ask the applicant to describe the photos verbally. They would also make the civics section on U.S. history and government multiple choice. Lismira Bautista, who started giving citizenship classes at La Esperanza in January of 2022, says it might sound intimidating, but do not let it deter you.
I always say if you have been a lawful permanent resident for enough time to qualify to naturalize, just go ahead and naturalize. Don't wait just because of a change in testing.
Right now, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services are only exploring trial test options for a possible redesign of the test. The agency will continue to reach out to partners, including community-based organizations with experience in naturalization. The agency will thoroughly review trial test results before considering any permanent revisions to that test.
A First Alert weather day is on the way for Sunday. I'll have details on just how much rain could fall on parts of Delmarva coming up just after the break.
Summer has arrived, and Rudy Marine is offering discounts along with closeouts and leftover deals on all boats in stock. Bentley Pontoons, Sunchaser, Jono Cruisers. Come to Rudy Marine now, because once they're gone, they're gone. Rudy Marine, where family boating begins.
Hershey Exteriors brings the future of roofing to Delmarva. Introducing GAF Timberline solar shingles, where the solar technology is inside the shingle. No more bulky solar panels, just a sleek, elegant solar roofing system that generates clean energy. And it comes with a 50 and 25-year warranty that covers the roof and solar components. Plus, we offer 0% financing for 18 months or low monthly payments. Get the future of roofing with me, Tyler Hershey, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Bloomy Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Bloomy Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, accessories, and fun. Bloomy Boutique has something
Blooming
for
Boutique
everyone.
with 4 convenient locations and easy online shopping at bloomingboutique.com.
Summer is here, and Rudy Marine is offering huge discounts on the largest selection of top quality boats in stock. We carry a massive Yamaha engine inventory ready for immediate delivery. Come to Rudy Marine now, because once they're gone, they're gone. Rudy Marine, where family boating begins.
Well, it's the calm before what we're expecting to be a very stormy Sunday here on Delmarva. Dry Tech environmental camera at the Ember Center in Ocean City. Looking pretty quiet out there in OC this evening. Temps sitting right around 73 degrees at this hour. Temps all across the region in the 70s and 80s. Take a look at this. 77 degrees still in Rehoboth Beaches, 80 in Lewis, 80 in Milton, still 83 degrees in Georgetown. So some very warm temps out there this evening, and also some very humid conditions out the door this evening. Still seeing a dew point of 75 in Rehoboth Beach, 79 in Millsboro, 76 in Georgetown. Anything above 70 is starting to get pretty uncomfortable. Once you get up to that 75 plus range, that's downright tropical out there, and it's holding a lot of moisture in that air. The dew point's a measure of how much moisture holding capacity the environment has, the air has, and it's a lot of moisture out there, so we're likely going to be dealing with some intense downpours tomorrow, since there is so much moisture to work with, so much heat to work with. Even take a look at this, the heat index still in the mid to upper 80s across the region, 85 in Lewis, 91. That's still what it feels like out there in Georgetown. 11-19 still feels like 91 degrees, so still pretty hot evening. Satellite radar pictures showing just clouds pushing into the region so far, but take a look at this. Just off to our west, we're starting to see that rain start to work its way towards our area, even some deeper yellows and red shadings that will make its way onto Delmarva by late tonight, and then especially as we head towards mid-morning tomorrow. Our futurecast, here we go, by about 3 a.m. Still dry at the beaches, but western portions of Sussex County starting to get in to some of that heavier rainfall into the area. All of that shifts off to the east, and take a look at this. Intense downpours, deep red shading, so some very intense downpours. We could see rainfall rates of 1, 2, maybe even high as 3 inches per hour since we have such tropical moisture levels up into our area. These downpours, the rain's going to come down fast and heavy, and it's likely going to last for hours. We're likely going to see some of these thunderstorms start to train across the same area, so we can see by 3 p.m. we're jumping ahead a good 5-6 hours. It's still storming at the beaches all up and down our coastline, so keep that in mind. So it's a very stormy day tomorrow. We do dry out by the evening hours, but not before we've picked up a lot of rain. Our in-house futurecast indicating the potential for an area of 3 to 6 inches of rain. Don't focus on the exact totals for each of your individual towns, but just know that we could see bands of this intense rainfall all across Delmarva. So wherever that sets up, you're likely going to run into a bit of flash flooding. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast will shows the first alert day for Sunday. That is for that flash flooding potential. Then it's just hot, it's humid Monday and Tuesday. More storms on Wednesday, and then another round of storms for next weekend.
Coming up on Coast TV News at 11, keeping it clean. That's what the town of Dewey is trying to do by increasing trash pickup and more. And boosting brain power, the bad habits health experts say to avoid to keep your memory sharp. That's up next when we return after this.
Step 1. Join Club Ocean at Ocean Downs. Step 2. Get $20 free play guaranteed. Step 3. Play, celebrate, and join an ocean of winners like these. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Living a good life means being healthy. But what does it mean to be healthy and stay healthy? It means getting the right kind of care. Right here. And convenient. It means having the right hospital to coordinate the delivery of healthcare for the entire community. Atlantic General Hospital. We'll put you on the right path to good health and keep you there.
Welcome to Sea Level Designs. Come visit us for an extraordinary selection of nautical gifts and decor for your home. Choose from thousands of coastal home accessories, including pillows, accent furniture, lamps, indoor-outdoor rugs, wall decor, and so much more. Whether you live by the beach or just dream of ocean breezes, we have something for everyone in every price range. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook to keep up with our constantly changing inventory. Sea Level Designs, open year-round in Bethany Beach.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergolas, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
Monday at 4 on Coast Life, peek into the dynamic operations at Peninsula Home Care. Get hooked on exciting catch and release shark fishing. Plus, delve into Delaware Public Archives' new digital postcard collection. Coast Life Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
More than 55 million people worldwide are living with dementia, and that number is only expected to rise in the coming years. Now, a new study shows some very specific habits that may be impacting your brain.
Your keys, your wallet, your phone. What do you misplace the most?
My car keys. I lost my phone in the couch for like an hour last night, actually.
It's normal to forget some things, but could some of your bad habits be causing you to become more forgetful? We know a diet high in fats and carbs are bad for our bodies, but new research shows it may be really bad for our brains too, especially fried foods. They're full of oxidized fats, which can cause inflammation and have been linked to Alzheimer's disease. Not getting enough sunlight can also impact your brain. Data from epidemiological studies suggest a link between low levels of vitamin D and neurodegenerative diseases. And if you want to protect your brain, kick the habit. Smoking increases the risk of vascular problems, including stroke, brain bleeds, and dementia. In a new study published in BMJ, scientists identified habits that slowed the rate of memory decline. First, stay active by getting at least 150 minutes of moderate or 75 minutes of vigorous activity per week. The next healthy factor, a diet that included appropriate daily amounts of at least 7 of these 12 food items.
Exercising the brain was another strategy for dementia prevention. The participants in the study who reduced their cognitive risks were playing cards or reading at least twice a week. And being a social butterfly is a good thing. Hanging out with friends at least twice a week is linked to lowering your risk of dementia.
Well, we'll be turning stormy to end the weekend here along the coast. I'll have a final check on your first alert weather forecast coming up just after the break.
My real estate approach is about building relationships with my clients and providing the best experience with results.
She's not going to let you down. She's going to make sure that even when there's a bump in the road, she smooths it out quickly.
She would facilitate anything that we needed. She went above and beyond. So it was a very seamless process where she delivered on everything she said she would do.
She was so patient with all of our questions. It was a great experience overall.
Let me help you get to your next destination.
Call our mom. She's the best.
She really is. Dear Food Line, thanks for all the food. The food pantry lady says you give them boxes of fresh stuff all the time. My mom and me made the best dinner ever. After I said that to her, she started crying. But my mom said that can happen if you make someone really happy.
Thanks for making her really happy. P.S. Please put in less veggies next time.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope. Food Lion Feeds. Here for every moment.
Hey, are you the bath guy? Are you licensed and insured? I believe you're looking for us.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focus, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Blooming Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Blooming Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, accessories, and fun. Blooming Boutique has something
Blooming
for
Boutique
everyone.
with 4 convenient locations and easy online shopping at bloomingboutique.com.
Now with a final check on the weather. Alex, we can expect some storms tonight into tomorrow morning.
Yes, certainly. We're expecting some very stormy conditions by the time we're waking up tomorrow morning, and that's really just going to be an all-day event. Take a look at this. Our fishing forecast, thunderstorms all day long. These storms could result in a bit of flash flooding, so just be aware of that. You certainly probably want to just stay inside tomorrow. Find an indoor activity. You don't want to be caught out on the roads in these thunderstorms when they pop up. They'll have rainfall rates of 1, 2, maybe even as high as 3 inches per hour. So torrential downpours, flash flooding, also some gusty winds. We could see winds gusting 45 to 50 miles per hour. That's going to keep our UV index down, but take a look at this. Our Face of Grace UV index forecast for the next 5 days. It does increase back up to levels of 8 and 9 as we head towards Monday, and then really all the way through the end of the week. So don't forget that sunscreen if you're heading out to the beach. So tomorrow's the worst day, and then take a look at that Monday and Tuesday. It's getting hot. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast shows highs in the mid-90s Monday and Tuesday. Then we stay in the 90s through Friday with storm chances Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Thanks for joining us for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a great night.